Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Geek and I podcast. My name is John, and tonight on Federation Friday, as you can see, we are ranking season 3 of Star Trek Picard. Let's bring in our panel. Once again, we have Jeff from the Collector Zone, and joining us also, as usual, is Debbie from Geek News Now. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Doing awesome, man.
Now, it's been a week. How have you survived without an episode of Star Trek Picard to watch? Did we make it okay? Was there withdrawal?
I had a little Borg on, man. Well, let me explain. I had to be playing some Borg, shooting Borg with Star Trek Elite Forces. I don't know if you can see that too well. But yeah, shooting Borg. It's really fun. But yeah, that's what I did after getting through with Picard.
Is that a first person or a third person?
It's a first person. It's a first person shooter. So you got your phaser.
Like Halo?
Like what?
Halo? Is it like Halo?
Well, it's just PS2, so it's not like Halo.
But I mean, first person.
Yeah, well, want to go way back because it's like Doom, yeah, kind of. But yeah,
Okay,
it's
there
you got a story. You want to
go? If you want to go back that far when we were all kids and played Doom.
Well, Doom's in the 2000s, right?
I was trying to be hip for the younger crowd, saying Halo.
Oh man, I'm going old school on you, man.
All right, so let's jump right in and get our rankings. We have a board here labeled S, A, B, C, and D. S for superior, A for, I guess the grade I never got in high school. A B, another grade I never got in high school. C, I got 2 or 3 of those, mostly in physical education. And D, I was a straight D student. So let's jump right in and let's rank season 3 of Picard overall. Before we go in episode by episode, what would you give this season? And let's not compare it to season 1 and season 2, which we could create a row F and just put those right in there. But overall, what would you rank season 3 compared to other Star Trek projects that you guys like?
Debbie, go first.
It's a 10 for me. And really, I don't know how I'm going to do this ranking per episode because each episode was really good. I mean, there might have been maybe one that was, but yeah, I don't know. It's just going to be hard because to me, this whole season has just been excellent. And I think it would have to rank above pretty much all of the Star Trek projects.
Okay, let's go a little deeper then. Let's now on Thursdays, you guys do over on Geek News Now, the Cantina Happy Hour. Out of the 3 seasons of Mando, where would you put Picard?
Wrong franchise, man.
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't want to get you in trouble with Dave, but where would you? Well, he's kind of defensive when it comes up to his.
Yeah, but Dave's not here.
Stuff.
Dave's not here.
He's not here. He won't know. We won't.
Right? He'll never watch.
He doesn't watch our show.
Yeah, nobody does.
Cool.
Don't worry, nobody does.
Hey, the cool kids do, man.
Yeah, those 5 people in a lower East Africa that watch the program.
That
Uh,
explains your.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would have to go above Mando. Not to say I don't love Mando, because I do, but just because of the writing and the consistency of this season of Picard, it would have to go above Mando.
Let me ask you a
Above
question, Debbie.
above Mando season 3 or Mando
Mando
all of them
overall.
overall?
Hmm.
Debbie, let me ask you a question real quick, okay?
Yeah.
So, are you? There's no feelings involved. You're just rating them how as a professional rater, or a Star Wars versus a Star Trek fan, or where's your heart at, really?
Why are you asking me all the hard questions? Damn it!
I need to know
here
reasoning.
have fun.
Well, if you can compare Mando with Picard, it's either are you a Star Wars girl or are you a Star Trek girl?
Yeah, it's pretty 50-50 for me, because I grew up on Star Trek. My brother, my older brother, introduced me, probably, I would have to say, when the reruns came out, which is probably early 70s. But grew up on that, and then watched TNG. My kids grew up on TNG, and then I watched all the rest of them, except for Deep Space Nine. I didn't watch that until probably a couple years ago. But yeah, I grew up on Star Trek. Grew up on, because I was 13 when Star Wars came out, because there was no Star Trek anymore outside of reruns. But yeah, Star Wars was, yeah. I can't choose. I'm 50-50. I love them both.
Now,
Which
last
one of your children
Thursday,
do you love the most?
Yeah, no.
last Thursday, did you guys talk about the Return of the Jedi back in theaters?
No, we did not. We are going to talk about Return of the Jedi on May 25th, because that's the 40th anniversary. So we will talk about that. I have thought about going to the theater and watching it, but I don't know. I like my couch a lot, so I can watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but you have to ask yourself this question. When you go to the theater, which one do you show? The original one from back in 83? We got the 97 special edition. Then we got the Disney, where Guido I forgot what he says, that weird word. I mean, we got several versions. What do you think they could release in the theater, though?
Well, it's Return of the Jedi, so McClunky isn't in it.
Yeah, I assume it's probably
Probably going to be a
whatever
special edition.
it is now.
Yeah.
I can't keep track. There's been so many.
I'll be disappointed if they show the one that's on Disney Plus right now, but on the theater, because that's just a terrible version.
Well, I'll let you know, because down in McKinney, it's playing in XD, so I think I might go see it in XD sometime this week, because it runs until
What's
May.
XD?
That's like the Cinemark version of IMAX.
Oh,
Didn't know.
So,
I thought maybe it was.
but
kind of
let
porno.
us get along with.
And then here's Princess Leia in her little. No, sorry.
Wow, wow.
The slave outfit always gets me, man.
No kid. I know you have two of them in your closet.
Hey, no fair
All
peeking.
right, so Star Trek Picard. We are here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's rank. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. So, episode 1 is called The Next Generation. And the IMDb description is: after receiving a distress call from Beverly Crusher, Jean-Luc Picard enlists help from generations old and new for one last adventure, a mission that will change Starfleet and his old crew forever. Where would we rank Next Generation, Episode 1 on our chart here?
I don't know. Hey, Joe, folks, thank you for joining. No. To be honest with you, I tried to rewatch them all, but then I got sidetracked with a project, so I didn't get a chance to rewatch them all.
Someone had that laser pointer out and you were chasing it around
Squirrel!
the apartment?
No. No, my headphones. No, actually, no. But, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, they're all good. I mean, they should just make one big-ass movie and I'll be happy with it. But the first one, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Is that the one where, wait a minute, is that the one where Q dies?
That was season 2.
No. Really?
Yeah, we're talking about Star Trek Picard season 3.
I went too far back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why don't you go and watch the stream and then come back when you understand what we're doing here tonight.
Okay, I'll rank it A.
Oh, hold on a second. We'll let Debbie take this one first, and maybe you'll understand afterwards.
Take it for the team,
what
Debbie.
We're trying to do
Appreciate it.
here. And for those of you watching, if you want to drop your favorite, where would you rank episode 1, The Next Generation of season 3 of Picard on our chart here? Let us know in the comments. And so Debbie, go ahead. Where would you rank this one?
I am going to go, because I'm looking at the titles at the bottom of your screen, and I'm trying.
I can't even see that.
Well, I can barely see it. My Bible help a little bit, but so
I thought we have cards.
I'm going to go with B.
We're gonna make that one a B flavored episode.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to, but I know some of the other ones were really good, so I want to save those for S.
Because it's
it's not one per spot.
It is the kickoff episode, and is it kind of slow? Do you think it's a little slow to get started, or does it jump right? Do they jump right into it?
Well, I mean, usually first episodes are a little slow because they're trying to get the feeling of what is going on, where it's going to hopefully lead. Of course, we never knew the whole season, but yeah, it was a little slow because there were some explanations, and I mean, it was a good episode, don't get me wrong, but it might have been a little slow, but
I mean, it does have some holes in it. Like he tells, who's the Romulan chick that he's dating?
Maris?
Is that her name?
I think so.
I don't know.
He says,
his
says something like, yeah, I'll meet you in the bar. And then 1 year later, he's hanging out on the... She's nowhere to be found.
And by the end, he never did go back.
Yeah, did it? Because
I don't think he promised her.
So, but it is a good initial episode. It's one of those where it jumps right into the story, and I agree that would be a B. So now, Jeff, now you understand what we're doing here.
I was going to say A already, but Debbie.
Where would you rank
Debbie
it?
vetoed me.
Well, you can go A.
I can't.
Well,
You're put on B.
If you go A, we have to debate it out. So give us your reasons.
I just think they all should be A's. They're all good. A-okay. But we'll figure it out.
All right, so we're going to leave it at a B. High B. We'll call it a high B.
A very high B.
High B. Okay.
B plus.
So episode 2 is called Disengage. And that one is, the description is, aided by 7 of 9 and the crew of the USS Titan, Picard makes a shocking discovery that will alter his life forever. And he puts him on a collision course with the most cunning enemy he's ever encountered. Meanwhile, Raffi races to track a catastrophic weapon and collides with a familiar ally.
Shall I
Where do
go?
we put that one?
A. Well, no, because here's the deal. That's the one that I like about where they go and they steal the ship. Right?
That's
Well,
what I was thinking.
Well, that was at
That's-
the end. That's at the end of episode 1 is when they go aboard the Crusher's ship.
Titan. Oh,
Yeah, see, Debbie? That's
Because
why I'm trying to put
in
it A.
episode 1, they steal the ship. They steal the shuttlecraft. And 7 of 9 drives them in the opposite direction. Shaw wakes up and says, "What the hell am I looking at?"
Yeah.
And then they steal the shuttlecraft and go down, and it ends. Episode 1 ends with Picard being held hostage by Jack.
well, crap-a-doodle.
No swearing.
I didn't. I said crap-a-doodle.
Hey, there's some of those doodle fans out there.
I was going to say something else, but I restrained myself. For anybody knows me, you know I.
So now,
was
do you
a
want
sailor.
to alter your B for episode 1?
Damn it. For the sole reason of the introduction of Captain Mr. Asshole Shaw. Because I was thinking he was introduced in the second episode.
No, he's there in the first one because that's when they go aboard pretending to be having the inspection.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I would change it to A, solely on Shaw.
Yep.
See now, Jeff, that's all you had to do was remind her what happened.
Well, that's what. After
I
you
don't
guys
know.
vetoed me, I figured that was episode 2 then.
So episode 2, Disengage, is where we see the portal weapon. Find the red lady. Right.
Frankie dies. No, that's 3. Never mind.
They destroy the what was it? The learning center or the training facility or whatever it is.
Some kind of academy or some sort.
Right, where they have the Rachel Garrett statue. And that's the one where we don't see him yet, but it's Worf on the computer. It says disengage, Starfleet's changing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, we don't hear him. We just see the text.
Right, but it's,
Yeah.
you can tell. See, that was another thing that I noticed watching it again was you could actually I could hear his voice in the words that were being sent on the text. So I could, like now that I think about it, that yes, that is Worf. You are a warrior. You hear him. You hear it as I hear it as Worf now, and not just that computer voice.
So where'd you put it?
So what do we? To me, this is a B episode because I'm really not a Raffi. not a Rafi fan, but
Yeah, this is mostly Rafi, wasn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
But the third one has more Rafi though, right? Where
But
she
this,
sees her
yeah,
husband
this is
and
the one
kid?
where
No.
she, see she's having family issues with the grandson. She wants to see, and I guess the ex-husband is like, I can introduce you to her, to your grandson, or I can introduce you to the Ferengi. What's your choice? Did we
Yeah,
watch this show at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I'm just saying, dude. My memory is not as way it used to be. So old age. But
You remember Doom?
hey, I'm a gamer though. That's different. No, actually, I agree with you. B is where it should be at.
I concur.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Not too many more to go. Thank goodness.
We should have a play at home. We should have a play at home version for the people watching. They can do a poll.
So next episode is 17 seconds. Do we remember what this one was and why the title 17 seconds is important?
Yes, Shaw.
Yep.
We get a little backstory on Shaw and why he does not like. What?
No.
Yes,
No.
we do.
No. Why is the title 17 seconds important?
Because
It's
that's
about the
how
kid.
long it took him to take the
elevator. Yeah.
the elevator down to save his friend. And
No, that was Riker's 17 seconds because his child was having an issue during birth.
but Shaw said it first.
Shaw
It's gonna be fun.
mentioned Riker's Deanna's baby first.
No, Shaw mentioned how it took him 17 seconds to get when he was at Wharf, whatever 359, and it took him 17 seconds to get down to where they were, or I don't know what it was, to get somewhere. And then later in the episode, Riker had the same thing, right?
That's what I thought. I thought so that the Riker had to ride the elevator for 17 seconds to get to this child.
Right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it was the longest 17 seconds of his life.
Right.
So according to IMDb, Picard grapples with a life-altering revelation as the crew of the Titan attempt to outmaneuver Vadic, while Raffi and Worf uncover a plot for by a vengeful enemy.
I'll say a B for that too. What do you think, Debbie? That's the episode where the Ferengi dies, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But as far as the 17 seconds, I think it's I don't think the Wolf 359. Are you talking about the Wolf 359 story in the bar?
No, that's the one after that, right?
I thought for sure the 17 seconds Shaw was talking about something he had to take the lift down or whatever, and it took 17 seconds to get from point A to point B to try and save his friend or something. And now, damn it, I'm going to have to go back and watch this whole series all over again.
Yeah, no, I think that was Riker talking about the birth of his child.
But later on, he was blaming
And
Picard
then-
for his people, right? Was
Well,
that
in
the
the-
72nd thing in there?
In no-win scenario, that's the one where Jack and Jean-Luc are talking in the bar.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was for. Okay, never mind.
So no-win scenario, caught by Starfleet and facing court-martial, paranoia grows as Picard struggles to uncover whether a prodigal crewman from his past has returned as an ally or an enemy hell-bent on destroying them all. I like this episode.
Where do you think it should go, John?
This one is going to be for me. This is going to be an A episode because I enjoyed this one.
Yes, I would have to agree.
Because this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one in the bar where Shaw has his monologue of Wolf 359, and he says, "Do you know where your old man was?"
Yep.
So episode
Debbie,
5.
are you in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I was trying to find. I don't have all of my notes together, so I was trying to find one because I wanted to argue, but that's okay.
Oh.
I do not see that episode in my notes on my table.
See, you don't have to worry about arguing because Dave's not here. We're all cool here.
So episode 5 is Imposters. And Imposters is now on the run. Picard and the skeleton crew of the USS Titan must break into Starfleet's most top secret facility to expose a plot that could destroy the Federation. Okay, time out. I think no-win scenario is that might go up higher because I think that's the one with Ro Laren.
I thought that was the one coming up next. Number the 5th episode, right?
I don't know.
Because that's where they go. That's where they find out, like, no, I could be wrong, probably. Damn it. Now you got me
Let's
confused.
see.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out my notes.
That's the thing, is they were all so good. Where is episodes? Because she was only in one episode, correct?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out which episode that was.
So maybe that is Imposters. Yeah. So this Imposters is the one with Ro Laren.
Yeah, that should go to Eston. For super cool.
So yeah, I'm going to put that one up there. Because that was...
Aw.
Anyway,
No super cool?
get up there.
Okay.
Get up there.
I forgot what you called it originally, so now I'm calling it super cool.
Well, apparently it doesn't want to stay up there. There we go.
You gotta use your mind.
You got to use the force. All right. So then we move on to the Bounty, which is another to me as a, that's
where
another
he finds
S
out he's the
episode.
father, right?
The Bounty.
Yeah.
The Bounty is when they go steal the cloaking device.
Oh. Which episode
From
where
the
he finds out?
Klingon.
He's a father. Was that Imposters?
No, that was like episode 2 or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just remembered that part. All right, never mind.
So the bounty I'm going to put up bounty as the as another S episode, because that whole one, that's where they split up and they go
That's where they go to Daystrom.
They go to Daystrom, and then right before they're about to get discovered, they go to the Starfleet Museum, and that's where they decide to. That's why they made Geordi.
Yep.
And decide the kids decide to steal the cloaking device from the Klingon warbird.
Yep.
Or bird of
That's
prey.
a good episode. I like the episode. And we can find out that Kirk is still there too.
Yeah, Kirk is there, and
they're storing Starfleet bodies of importance, I guess.
And then that's that whole scene at the end where they, the Invisible Rescue, I believe, is the title track on the soundtrack, and it's just, I don't know if you've listened to the soundtrack yet, but it's just fantastic. I've listened to it 2 or 3 times already. It's really, really good, and that whole scene at the end where they cloak in order to save, and that's where Riker gets captured.
Yeah. Any luck with your notes, Debbie? I think we lost you for a little while.
That's okay. I'm still listening. I'm just reading through the notes of course, my notes are not in order because I didn't have time to put them in order, but.
You have them mixed up with your Mando notes?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got Mando. I've got Bad Batch. Yeah. So thank God.
Separate folders.
I do have folders. I just haven't put them in there.
Ah.
Good thing we didn't have any Marvel show, because I'd have my Marvel notes in here too.
Well, part 7 is called Dominion, and that is the one where at the very, very end, She-Hulk twerks with somebody. Oh no, that's wrong.
Wrong franchise.
Wrong franchise. So Dominion is crippled, cornered, and out of options. Picard stages a gambit to trap Vadic and reveal her true motive. A gamble that puts the Titan in the crosshairs and forces Picard and Beverly to question every moral code they've ever had. So this one is where they realize that it is the changelings, and this is where Vadic executes Tavine. And watching it, as soon as episode 9 happened, and you realize what's going on, you kind of put 2 and 2 together. It's like they gave you the clues throughout the entire series, and then all of a sudden you say to yourself, "Wow, she didn't kill Mura. She didn't kill what was the other one? What was the girl's name? Ensign Essen or Isan or something like that. She didn't kill those 2, but she killed Tavine because Tavine is over 25 years old. I guess. I don't know how you judge Vulcans in their age. So now, if
by the layers of their ears, they have little like
but you have to cut them off and count the rings inside. So I guess this plan wouldn't have worked if Baby Yoda was on the ship, because Baby Yoda's 50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Gugru. Or Goguru? Damn it.
Goguru.
I can't remember.
Grogu.
Goguru?
it's
Goguru.
it's Baby Yoda. His nickname is Marketing. So Dominion, that's the one where that was kind of like a boring one, where she monologues all the time up on the bridge.
That's where she dies, though, right?
No, she escaped.
Yeah, no, this is where remember she they trap her and they're together.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And she goes up into she does a John McClane and jumps up into the air ducts and somehow escape.
I would personally, that one, thinking about it, it would be a B for me. Maybe a C. I don't know.
Yeah, this is kind of, this is
like a C.
It could be a B or a C.
Yeah, I would give this one like a high C, because it does move the story along. It is, and she was okay certain times, but I don't know. A lot of the times, the Amanda Plummer just, was reaching down and really, really overacting.
She's not her father, man.
No, not at all. So then that brings us to episode 8, Surrender.
That's where he starts using his mind, right?
Well, Surrender.
Yeah, that was last episode.
This one is basically part 2 of Dominion. Vadic forces Picard to make an impossible choice: deliver what he can give her, or watch his crew perish. Their only salvation lies in the mind of an old friend and old foe.
That's where Data does his dual personality thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would put this at either A or S.
Yeah, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's a super cool show too.
All right, so we'll put that up.
Based on Brent Spiner alone.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
And then there were 2.
And this one for me is this is the best episode of the entire series. Episode 9, Vox.
Don't be crying now.
You guys
talk about it.
Yeah,
oh no!
Oh, it's got me already.
There's no crying in Star Trek.
Yes, there is.
Your popcorn's gonna get too soggy.
There usually isn't crying in Star Trek, but this one had crying attached to it. There should have been a warning. Episode 9 of Star Trek Picard Season 3, brought to you by Kleenex.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you have plenty of boxes.
So I'm going to give this one. I'm going to start this one off and say this one's going to go first on the list.
Oh, I didn't realize we were listing them like that. I just thought we were putting them in S's or A's or B's, C's, and D's.
Well, now it's locked and I can't move it.
Now you've done it.
Now, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, Vox is number 1. That is the best episode of the series. See if I can read the description. You'll laugh, you'll cry. Oh no, that's not it. A devastating revelation about Jack alters the course of Picard's life and uncovers a truth that threatens every soul in the Federation. Picard and the crew race to save the galaxy from annihilation at a gut-wrenching cost. And I mean, this one is this is where they go back. This is where we lose my captain. This is where we get the Enterprise back. This is where we get the D back. And then the thing that brought me to tears, and I've mentioned this every time, is this is where we get the computer voice.
Yep.
And
Magil.
it's magic. Like
it's literally the best episode out of the whole season, I think, as well.
This is the best episode out of the whole series.
I thought we were not talking about the first two.
So we're in agreement on that one?
Yep.
Yes.
And then that brings us to episode 10, The Last Generation. Where do we put this episode after we've seen the entire series, the up and down roller coaster of emotions that was episode 9?
All of our questions got answered, or did they?
Where do we put this one, especially with, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, inside the matrix between Jack and Jean-Luc? You know, we have Riker's little, we'll see you soon. Me and our son knowing that he's going to die. And it's that emotion right there that triggers
Deanna
to find them. For some reason, they let her drive the ship again. But that's...
But she didn't crash it this time, so...
Then we get Kick-Ass Beverly on phasers and photon torpedoes.
For me, this has to go right behind Vox.
Yep. Super cool. Number 2 for me. Yep.
All right. Anything you'd like to change looking at the board? Can you see the board from where you are?
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I agree with the Borg. With the Borg. Oh my god. With the board.
Borg fan, aren't we?
I do like the Borg. They're good villains. I like them. Yeah. I agree. But overall,
so now
the season was spectacular. So
it was killer.
And let's not forget, episode 10 also had the post-credit scene.
Yep.
With Q. Does that change your mind anyway?
I liked it.
Right, but is that enough to help move it up?
No.
In front of Vox? So Vox is... So we have under the S category, superior episodes, Part 9, Vox, Part 10, The Last Generation, Part 5, Imposters, Part 6, The Bounty, and Part 8, Surrender. Any of those you want to move around before we lock this?
Nope.
I would like to move The Bounty to number 3.
Or you could put them in chronological order and just watch the series like that. Watch these only 5 episodes. You're cool.
So as far as the TV show goes, can you think of any other show that would have 5 superior episodes. Is there anything that
Mando.
you could think of that would have out of 10 episodes? I don't think
Season
Mando's ever had
2 Mando. No, season 2 Mando was really good.
But did it have 10 episodes?
Only 10.
I think it only
And were those episodes longer than 15 minutes?
no.
Because that seems like the runtime for Star Wars shows. 15. Each one of these was almost
they're
an hour
40.
apiece.
Yeah, Star Trek's longer. I agree, but not by much. Oh, that's right. They have a longer credit roll. Never mind. You're right. I forgot about that.
So, all right. So in the A category, we have the Part 1, Next Generation, and Part 4, No Win Scenario. Level B, we have Part 2, Disengaged. Part 3, 17 Seconds. And then C, we have possibly the, you don't want to say the worst episode in the series, but the, I guess, least what would you call it? The least
Oh, you got to start
enjoyable?
somewhere, though. I mean, the bar wasn't set at that point, so
right.
after watching that
Yeah.
first episode, I thought it was cool. You know, I was
So
like, here we go.
Yeah. So the lowest tiered episode is Dominion Part 7. And there you have it. So pretty successful for Star Trek Picard. A great series from beginning to end. How many times have you watched it, Jeff?
I watched certain episodes more than once, but not the whole show. That was my goal was to watch the whole show again, but I never got around to it.
I have not had a chance to rewatch it. I have a 4-day weekend this week, so
Nice.
It'll be on my list, but I also need to rewatch the Guardians of the Galaxies because that movie comes out next week. So
I like them.
no, I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right.
I like that little raccoon character.
Yes, Rocket.
There you go.
The trash panda. So,
Which is better, Guardians of the Galaxy or your Ant-Man movie?
I like Guardians a lot better, but I am not. I'm not interested anymore. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania just killed the entire MCU for me. I'm not. I have no interest anymore. They're gonna have to do something to bring me back into the fold, so to speak. So,
Well, I tell you what, I've never been much into Marvel, but that first movie with the Iron Man, I really dig that one, the very first one. And I thought, okay, maybe I could get into it. And it was you, John, and I blame you, get me into that Avenger crap. Man, I watched them all because it keeps leaving you off. I'm like, okay. And then by the time I got to the end where everybody goes, poof, it sucks. It sucks. I blame you, John.
well, don't cry.
Now I'm going back to my DC. We got Michael Keaton back as Batman.
Yeah. Now, what do you guys think of that? I mean, you release a trailer for your new Flash movie, and the first 45 seconds is Batman.
Hell yeah. That's how you do a Flash movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm so torn between the Flash movie because I have never, and this is before he even got in trouble, I have never been an Ezra Miller fan. I didn't think they were right for the Flash part of course, then again, I'm a huge Grant Gustin fan. I love him as the Flash. He's the one who does it for the TV series.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ezra just didn't, for me, just did not fit the bill for Flash. So the only reason I'm going to see this movie is for Batman, Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I saw he was in there too. I was surprised. I was like, okay.
I've heard
But
some
it
rumors
would
about
be
other Batman, but I'm like, surely they're not bringing in there all the other Batman.
Oh, that Kristen Bale guy?
Well, I've heard
I
all
don't
the
think
other
he would. I
Well,
don't
I
think
said
he would
for
do
Val
it.
Kilmer that they can't bring back Val, but that was, I don't know if that was somebody's
Would you want Clooney back?
fantasy huh?
Did you want Clooney back?
No.
Clooney was
terrible
nipple Batman, right?
He,
He had
he's
the
at
bat
the
nipples?
bottom of my Batman list.
Out of all the Batman movies, that's the only one I walked out on. Didn't like it. And then I rewatched it when it came on video, and I was like, forced myself to get through it. And I still, like, at the end.
You can't.
No, I did, but it sucked.
Yeah. And I don't know which one is it that has Tommy Lee Jones overacting. I mean, he's like the Amanda Plummer of Batman.
That was Keaton.
That was yeah. He was in Michael Keaton's Batman. Then Val Kilmer had no, Val Kilmer had him.
Was
Did he?
it was Val Kilmer
because Arnold Schwarzenegger was with Clooney.
Right.
Okay. Hold on. I just watched these movies, but I watched them all at the same time, so it's like they all jumble in my head. It's what you get when you get old.
And Jim Carrey was the Joker, the Riddler.
Yeah.
Riddler.
With Two-Face. They were like a tag team.
Yeah, that was Val Kilmer.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had Poison Ivy.
Yeah, that was Clooney at that point. So Val Kilmer had the that one, and then George Clooney had the Mr. Freeze one. Yeah. But I tell you what, when I first saw Batman in '89, I was excited, but I was still having trouble because I grew up with Adam West, because he'll always be Batman to me, man. But I like Michael Keaton. I just couldn't see him in the role because he did so many comedies in the 80s, you know? That was at the end of the 80s.
Jack Nicholson.
Yep, the first one was excellent. I only saw it because I wanted to see Jack. I was like, okay, Michael Keaton did a lot of comedy. Maybe he could pull it off. And they had Kim Basinger in it.
I did not like her at all. She screamed too much. You know, somebody looked at her funny.
That's what they're supposed to do.
How'd that go again?
It's just, yeah. Now, Michelle Pfeiffer, I liked.
Oh, God, yeah. Catwoman all day long for me, man.
Yeah.
Now we get Catwoman and Princess Leia, Slave Leia together. There you go. Make a movie of that.
She was much better than and nothing against Halle Berry, but Michelle Pfeiffer. I never saw that one. Michelle Pfeiffer was better.
Well, Halle Berry was in the Catwoman, which was not in the.
No, it wasn't Tim Burton film, though. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
I never saw it.
Pfeiffer was a better Catwoman than Halle Berry, and that's not her fault. That's just the movie itself.
Right.
I never saw it though. I did like a shoot. So Michelle Pfeiffer was in there, and then there was that good actor. He played her boss. Oh man, I can't remember his name. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Who's boss?
Okay, Catwoman's boss. He's a really big actor. I just can't remember his name.
Which Catwoman? Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. The second Batman. God, I have it on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember.
God dog it. He's such a fine actor.
It wasn't.
But yeah,
It wasn't Zoran from A View to a Kill, was it?
no.
Oh well, this is a Star Trek show, so.
Oh, are you talking?
Anyway.
You're talking Christopher Walken?
Yeah, more cowbell. Yeah, that's the guy.
Okay, so yeah, yeah.
He starts coming back.
He played Zoran in A View to a Kill, James Bond. He was the bad
Really?
guy in James
Bond.
Bond.
Yeah, that's right. You're right, man.
Yeah, of course.
You just said
I'm
James
right.
Bond. No, you just said James Bond because that would trick my little brain going. Because you said the name, I like Zoran, and I'm thinking like Superman or some bullshit.
That's what I thought too. I thought, do you mean God?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like going, Superman?
Right.
That's what you get.
You guys need to quit drinking. So, all right.
Yeah, that war man's getting to me.
I can't help it. I'm old. I don't know where you guys rank in age, but I'm old and my brain's not what it used to be.
I'm telling you, man. Growing up in the 70s, we took our bikes and did Evil Knievel stuff. We were doing crazy stuff with bottle rockets, having wars. And yeah, we weren't like putting shoulder pads on the helmets and bikes and skateboards and all that. So yeah.
I think the biggest issue with generations of our age of people is that we drank out of the garden hose.
Yeah.
And that may have caused some damage. So
and you let someone drink it first because that's when the hot water starts coming out.
Yes. Yeah,
well, down here in Texas, maybe, yeah. It takes about 5 minutes for the cold water to come out, if ever. But up in New York, it was always, it wasn't
cold.
You couldn't make tea turning on the garden hose. So,
well,
all right. Well, thanks, guys. What do you guys got coming up this week, Jeff? What videos you working on for the Collector Zone?
Oh yeah, so this is the first official the Collector Zone live stream show, and it's all nice and polished. It's not going to be the way it was when I tested it out last Sunday. So expect a lot of cool stuff.
All right, that sounds good. And Debbie, what do you got? What do you got? You got anything Monday? You preparing the crowds for Guardians next week?
Well, as of right now, Guardians, Jonathan Majors and the issues he's going through, and maybe some Andor. I don't know. We didn't do a show last week. That was the plan last week, was to do Andor, but Chris forgot he had other obligations, so that didn't happen. But yeah, so Monday possibly we'll be doing Guardians, reviewing the first two movies, and Jonathan Majors. And then Thursday, oh my gosh, we just talked about this too. Damn it. It's been a very long day.
See, that's why we put you on the bottom where it looks like you're flying the ship.
Oh, wait, I know. I remember now. I remember now because Thursday will be...
Okay, Deanna.
It'll be May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. So we will be talking our favorite things in Star Wars. In all of Star Wars.
So,
and mine will be Harrison Ford.
So may the Force be with you, as in the Force Kelly.
So yeah, it'll be Star Wars show, our favorite things, characters, ships, whatever else we can think of, books.
Yep. Very cool, very cool. And Jeff and I will be back Wednesday with something to talk about on our Wednesday chit chat. We just pick a topic and decide what we want to talk about for about an hour.
We'll take
Until
up some
then-
chit to chat about.
Yeah, we'll find something. We'll talk. Maybe we'll talk giant Pez.
There you go. Oh, and be
Maybe
sure,
maybe-
Sunday,
Get-
7 p.m. is the Collector Zone show.
All right. Don't forget
Sorry.
to find the Collector Zone on YouTube. Find Geek News Now on YouTube. Give them a subscribe and hit the bell icon so you know when they go live. GNN has a really long list of cool things that they produce. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok.
Tickety talk.
So, and
And thank you
so,
guys. Hitting 4,000 for the Geek and I. Thank you so kindly.
Yeah, we hit 4,000 on Wednesday and then dropped down to $39.98. Somebody put us on discount, and it usually was. I wish we had lost one more because I was like, "Oh, let's go down one more to $39.97," because that's
See, you
that's the
jinxed it.
clearance. That's the clearance prices at Walmart. So anything with a 7 at the end. So. We want to thank you for 4,000, over 4,000 subscribers. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time and energy. And if you wouldn't mind, give us a like and share out this video. And we will see you very, very soon
On the next one. Layers.
on the next one. Later.